Guys, today I'm going to tell you about the Suzuki Fronx. Do you guys remember the Suzuki Baleno? It was absolutely great value for money. I mean, the features it had for the price was absolutely amazing. Now just imagine the Suzuki Baleno but an SUV version. Now that is a Suzuki Fronx. Now wait for it, guys. I'm now in the GLX, and the GLX is the top of the range. And guess how much this car will cost you? Just 345,000 for this top of the range latest Suzuki that is coming to the market just in August. Now, because the top of the range is at 345, you can actually get into the GL manual of this car, the entry level, at just 289,000. Now guys, that is value for money. And this is busy screaming value for money. Guys, if you can't hear it, switch the volume up or just rewind this video and listen to that again, because you did hear me correctly. Under 300,000 entry level for this Suzuki Fronx, which is a compact SUV and a great value for money proposition by Suzuki. Now stick around, because I'm going to tell you and you're going to fall in love with this car. If you are a Suzuki fan, if you are loyal to this brand, or if you are in the market for a budget SUV, but not just budget, right? Budget in terms of price, but in terms of features, it's definitely worth more than you're paying. When you're driving the car, it might feel a bit like a go-kart. And the reason for that is because this automatic has just 4 gear ratios, while the manual has 5. Now, like the Suzuki Vitara Brezza, also the automatic, which had 4, well, it still has 4 gear ratios, right? Now, because you're on automatic with 4 gear ratios, I do feel that the car struggles a bit. Not just even on hills, but generally. That's why when you're pressing the car, why it sounds like a go-kart is because the revs go up so quickly, and it tends to stretch at a high rev, like 4 in the latter parts of 4 and 5. So it sounds, if I can actually, okay, I'll show it to you guys just now, right? Let me just get to a point where I can do that. So I would actually personally recommend you to go for the manual, which has 5 gear ratios, if you don't mind driving manual. Now, speaking about the 4 gear ratios and the go-kart feeling, just listen to this. They just hit 4,000 revs. Now, you can hear that I'm on a flat surface, and the car, it goes, well, it sounds louder than it goes. Wait, how do you say this? It sounds like it's going faster than it actually is. And that's because of the stretching of the revs. Now, this is on a flat surface. Imagine when you're going up a hill, it's going to struggle. Now, if you have 5 gear ratios, and if you're driving a manual, you have the will to change the gear earlier, which is better. So that's on the 4/5 liter and the automatic and the manual, right? Now, obviously, manual automatic is not going to give you different features. It's just GL and GLX. I will speak about that later, the additional. So you're paying about 35,000 and extra for GLX, and I'll tell you if it's worth it or not based on my recommendation. Fuel tank capacity, you're getting you're getting 37 liters of fuel tank, which is a little bit on the small side. 40 or 42 or even 45 would have been better. But you will get a decent range on this car, because the combined fuel consumption is claimed at 5.7 liters, and you can, especially on the manual, you will get that fuel consumption. On the automatic, maybe 5.8, 5.9, maybe around 6 liters you will get, right? So that's still okay. So fuel efficiency is great. Fuel tank capacity, well, depending on how you drive, your range can increase. Price wise, it's great, right? Now let's get into some engine statistics. 77 kilowatts of power and 138 newton meters of torque. Now that's not really going to break the sound barrier or anything. It's the same you're going to get in the Suzuki Grand Vitara, and very similar to many other Suzuki cars. And that's why the car would struggle, because it doesn't have that much of kilowatts and newton meters of torque. So that explains the bit of struggle. But just keep in mind, it is a budget car, and for the price, it's absolutely amazing. Just keep that at the back of your mind as you're listening to this review. In terms of GL versus GLX, because you are wondering that, I mean, if you are interested in this car, you're going to think, should I get the GL? Should I get the GLX? Am I paying the extra that I'm paying for the GLX? Is it worth it? Now let me tell you, we'll discuss that now. So whether you're taking GL or GLX, you will get 16-inch alloy wheels, so that doesn't change. In terms of airbags, that is quite a big difference, because in a GLX you're getting 6 airbags, and additionally you're getting curtain airbags as well. And in the GL you're only getting 2 airbags, so that's for the front passenger and for the driver. No curtain airbags, so that's quite a big difference, I'd say, right? So if safety is very important to you without even hearing any of the other features, then for that extra 35,000, it would give you peace of mind to have extra airbags. So if safety is important for you, then you should go ahead and get the GLX. Now in the GLX, you'll also get a slightly bigger infotainment system. You will get a multifunction steering wheel. You will get keyless access, and you'll get an auto dim mirror. So in terms of the seating, it's still cloth in both the GL and GLX. So sometimes when you go up a variant, the seats change, but it doesn't in this case. The main feature, I would say, well, the standout one is the safety, the airbags. Other than that, it's features that you can live without. So if you would like to hold on to your 35,000 and you'll manage with the airbag difference, then I'd say it's actually worth it to stick with the GL and keep that 35,000, and you can save that money. And if anything happens that's out of motor plan or out of service plan or any cosmetic changes, you can make that to the car and keep that 35,000 as spare, or you can just use it for fuel. So that should keep you for at least 1 year, depending on your average fuel consumption. That 35,000 could actually give you full fuel for a year. So if you think about it, buy the GL in the Suzuki Fronx and have fuel for a year saved up, or get the GLX, get the additional features, and you have to pay for your own fuel. But I mean, that 35,000 you would be paying for it anyways, but depending which way you think of it, right? So in terms of GL and GLX, that's a personal recommendation. I mean, a personal choice, up to you. I would say GL is fine for my purposes. It doesn't have leather seats, but it's exceptionally comfortable. Just like the Renault Duster, I have reviewed that car, and I've said that is probably one of the most comfortable non-leather seats that I have driven in. And this Suzuki Fronx, I mean, it's very, very comfortable. And you're getting automatic, you get electric windows all around, you get automatic for the driver. The lock and unlock buttons are conveniently situated just at your fingertip. Oh, another difference, in this GLX, you do get a heads-up display. Now, the heads-up display, I think, well, based on the cars I've driven and what I've seen, the heads-up display is better on the windscreen because it doesn't intrude a lot on your vision. This one here is not on the windscreen. It just flips up above the dashboard. I have driven with it, and it was nice. It'll show you the speed, it'll show you the revs, it'll show you the time, I think. But after a few minutes, I did get tired of it, and it actually did block my vision, so I did switch it off. Oh, one more thing, guys, I forgot. The GLX does have a 360-degree camera that actually looks quite amazing. And okay, I think that was the last difference that I forgot to mention. So I've mentioned that, and I've just told you about the heads-up display. Let's get into the external. I really like what Suzuki has done with the external aesthetic of the Suzuki Fronx. If you look in the front, I don't have it on video, but you'll see when I locked and unlocked, there was 3 lights that popped in orange. Now, just pretend you are looking at those 3 lights in white, in LED. That's how it would look when you put the lights on, and the fog lights at the bottom look really, really stunning. Overall, the car, it looks nice. It's not something that's going to stand out, and it's not going to turn heads. But as long as it turns your head, then I think that's the main thing that matters. And at the back, you do have 2 USB ports, and guess what, guys? Suzuki has you covered. If you are like me and you still have the USB-A ports, then you can plug it in at the back, and they got USB-C. How's that, guys? It's a great touch. And oh, I forgot to say, wireless charging in front. Okay, guys, so remember, what did I tell you at the start of this video? It screams value for money, right? Do you guys agree? Comment below with a yes or a no. If you say yes, I know you agree. If you say no, I know you don't. Quite intuitive, right? And if you heard me talk about the Suzuki Baleno, if you're not sure what that car is all about, go watch. I have done a review on the Suzuki Baleno as well, so you can watch that. Thank you for watching. If you are still watching now and you are not subscribed, about 95% of people that are watching my videos are not subscribed. If you are one of them, please, guys, just take a moment, pause the video even, and just scroll to the bottom. You'll see a subscribe button. If it's in red, it means you haven't subscribed. If it does say subscribed, awesome, guys. But if it hasn't, please, really, it makes a big difference in this channel. If you found what I've said in this video useful and you actually wanted to reach other people, then hit that like button, because by you hitting the like button, you are telling YouTube that this video is actually useful and you think that it'll benefit others. And share it with your friends and family. Give me a comment below if you enjoyed this video. And guys, I will see you in the next video. Have a look at the other videos on the channel. I'm sure you'll enjoy some of the other ones. There are some really interesting ones. We are approaching 200 videos on this channel. So if this is your first time watching, have a look at some of the other videos. I'm sure you'll find something you like.